Hey everyone. Okay, so the weirdest thing. Last night I had a dream that I was filming a book review video, and I woke up and I was like, I want to film a book review video. There's someone on their balcony right there. That's kind of awkward. I wonder if they can see me. I moved my furniture around. That's why there's a window right in front of me and I can see someone on their balcony. So I moved my vanity because originally my vanity was on that wall. And I didn't really like the lighting. It was all artificial lighting because the windows were to my side and it was kind of orangey and it just kind of made me look tired, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't fresh lighting at all. So I moved my vanity to be right in front of my two windows. I have two. This one's open and that one, the blinds are just cracked because there was someone out on their balcony on that side, and I was kind of like weirded out. Like I felt like I was in my New York apartment again where everyone could see me when I was filming. So I cracked those blinds and now there's someone sitting on their balcony on that side. So I might have that issue with this. I didn't in college. In college, my vanity was right in front of my windows as well, which is where I got the idea, and I had the best lighting because obviously natural sunlight's going to give you like the freshest and the like clearest lighting and literally the best lighting for videos. So I didn't have that problem in college though, because there wasn't really anything outside my window. Like no one could see, and there wasn't anything that, you know, there weren't any other houses like in front of my bedroom window. He told me, I want to tell them that I don't chirp. He's getting like really big too. I don't know, he's purring. Aw, you're so cute. He's growing like really quickly, but he's been sick all this last week, which is why I haven't really done a whole lot of videos because I've just been giving him tons and tons of attention and love. But anyways, that was a really long tangent. So I reorganized all of my bedroom furniture. My bed is now against the corner, which I'm not really sure if I like. I might change that, but the vanity's definitely staying here because this is the best lighting I've had since moving to LA. So I'm gonna get started on my book video. So this is gonna be a Glitterature video, which is basically just like the books that I've read, what I'm reading, what I thought about the ones that I read, blah, blah, blah. The last book I finished was actually called The Secret Society, and it was not in the book haul that I did, which kind of defeats the purpose because the book haul was supposed to be like, these are the next books I'm gonna read. But it was a book that I found that I had started a long time ago and then had never finished. And it was really good. I really liked it. It was basically about this like New York society that these kids, a secret society that these kids are like tapped to be in. And it kind of goes through like the entire process, and it's kind of like a little bit of a cult. It's kind of scary, but then by the end of it, you're like, that's kind of cool. I kind of want to be in one of those. So it makes you wonder if those things exist, which I'm sure they do, but it's just kind of like crazy to think. It was just weird. It was a really good book to read. I don't think it was really a book that I would read over and over again, but it was a good book to read once and I would recommend it. So it was a pretty good book. The next book that I finished was The Vampire Academy, first book. I loved it. It was a really easy read. I got through it really quickly. I loved it. It reminds me of the House of Night books, which is like one of my favorite series. My cat utterly destroyed the corner of this book though. He just like chewed at it until it just became like a wreck. But the one thing about this book though, I know it's only the first one, but even by the end of the first book, I wasn't attached to the main characters the way I was with the House of Night characters. Which, speaking of the House of Night, that's the next book that I'm going to talk about. But I wasn't, like, if something terrible had happened to one of the main characters of this book, I don't think that I would have been as distraught as I feel like I would have been with the House of Night characters. And maybe that will grow with the series. I am going to buy the second book, so that will be like a future little review video, or yeah, little review snippet in one of these videos. Now, speaking of House of Night, the next book I'm going to mention is the newest House of Night book. This is called Awakens, and there's been so many House of Night books. I think this is like number 8 or something, and I've read them all. I love House of Night. It's basically just like the Vampire Academy. It's about these vampires that go to a vampire school, and there's cliques, and like there's like all the high school drama. I almost hit myself in the face with this book. I'm excited to read the newest book. I have been waiting for the new one to come out. I know this one has been out forever. I've just never had the chance to read it because I've been reading other books. I've been kind of busy lately. I haven't had as much time to read. But I definitely love the House of Night series, and I definitely got attached to the characters. Like, I was so distraught when something had happened to one of the characters, which I don't want to spoil anything. The next book that I have been working on is Tuesdays with Morrie. Now, okay, I'm just going to be completely honest with this book. The reason I got it was because it was recommended to me by a friend, and also this author also wrote The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, which I thought that was a great book. I loved that book. I still think about that book sometimes when like certain things happen that like changes your life, like different like life courses. I think of that book. But this book, this is the very first one that I started reading out of the stack of the ones that I got because I was just like intrigued by it. I got halfway through it and I put it down and I haven't picked it up since. It's a sad book. It's about this old man who's dying and is like reevaluating his life, and then this student that's like learning about it with him as he's dying, and it's just a sad book. Like, it's definitely not an easy beach read book at all. It's more serious, and I think for the right person, it would be an amazing book to read. For me, in this time in my life, it's not really the book that I'm reaching for over some of the other ones. I know that I have like the reading, like I pick the same books like young teens read. Like, you don't have to tell me, I'm aware. That's what I like, so that's what I read. But I do read like a lot of different types of books. I will end up finishing this, and it will be in one of my Glitterature review videos, and you guys can know what I think. But so far, like, I like it, but I don't love it sort of book. So yeah. And then the last book that I'm still working on is Mockingjay. Not because it's not a great series, because it really, really is. Like, the Hunger Games trilogy is amazing. It's more just because I haven't really had that much time to read lately. I've been going to a lot of meetings lately, and I don't even need to justify it. It's reading. It's like fun. This is kind of like my goal for the next book that I'm going to finish will be this book, because I think that I cannot wait to know what happens. And I think that's another thing with this series, is I like it so much that I've kind of been saving it. Like, it's not a book that I just want to like get through just to get through it. You know, I want to like really enjoy it and like save it for my baths and stuff like that. So I will be finishing this and letting you guys know. But the first 2 Hunger Game books were really, really good. And I'm halfway through this one, and I can't wait to know what happens. Like, do they beat the Capitol? Like, what happens? I'm excited for the end of this book, but I don't want it to come, because then the series will be over, and I'll go into depression like I did at the end of the Twilight series and the Harry Potter series. Like, I don't think I've ever been so sad as I was when I finished the last page of the 7th book of the Harry Potter series. I think I might have cried. That's kind of embarrassing. So those are all the books that I have been working on / finished since my last book video, and I will be doing more of these. Sometimes I go through phases where I read a lot more than other times. This has just been kind of a slow time in my life for reading. I don't really know why. But I really hope that the lighting in this video turns out well as well. Like, because I can't really tell on the camera as well, but then once I go into editing, I can really tell. So I have high hopes for that. And I actually have to go because I have a workout class that's starting in 15 minutes, and it's like a 10-minute drive. So I gotta run, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Any book selections right below, and yeah, thanks guys, bye.